welcome back. And last game we went into 2 overtimes. Wasn't able to show the second overtime, but 199. Now we verse the Orlando Magic.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Chicago Bulls in their house, United Center. And guys, for the Bulls, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Both of these teams we're about to watch, slower pace, lots of half-court, very methodical. Shaq, what do you think is the key to making that style of play work?
Well, you know, everybody in the NBA can play, but you got to have discipline, and you got to take good shots. You got to value each possession. You got to play team basketball, and you have to believe in the system. You know, I played in the system.
Okay. Hopefully this one, I'll be able to be a little bit away from their score with the lead.
It went the distance too as they needed overtime to win it.
You would have thought that things could not have been more dramatic after regulation ended like it did, but the way they won that overtime, wow.
Yeah, that game was able to knock it away twice, and Derrick Rose with the dunk.
Boy, that was a treat. A look at the Magic starting group. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Jennings out there with Oladipo. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Vucevic. And
Gasol with the swap. Jimmy Butler
and Butler
makes
gets it to go with the assist by Dunleavy.
Well, it was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys. I mean, didn't really challenge anything at their own rim, and that's really what made it tough for them.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
Derrick Rose did get fouled out second overtime.
Here's Butler. The shot will not go. And the Bulls
and once again they miss him. Jimmy Butler with the dunk.
Although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know there's always randomness.
Orlando Magic with their first point by 18. Derrick Rose and for the dunk.
Doris, what did he have to say?
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Oladipo.
Well, their goal is not to let Derrick Rose in the paint. Well, they're failing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown.
Look
You
at
can
that
ill afford
in
to
the
give a
paint.
guy like him
Oh,
that good look. Not a
Derrick
problem.
Rose
That's
misses
the
it.
first miss of the game. Strong start.
Oladipo misses.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Orlando was able to get that away.
By Jennings. Butler with the ball. Butler covering.
Oh, Butler's covering.
Butler kicks to Gordon. Vucevic setting the pick for Jennings. Just 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Vucevic. That falls. Great
I'm not
assist
even
by
going to
Brandon
attempt to
Jennings.
say his name.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. I like his work ethic.
And it's spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of it.
Just hanging on here for dear life.
Magic passing it around.
Jimmy Butler making his last shot. There's a good screen. Gordon kicks to Jennings. Launches a
Jimmy
three.
shoots it in.
And it's Dunleavy with the rebound.
Misses the third. Ooh.
A lot of it has to do with his work ethic, also his pregame film studies, something his college coach
Doug Levy with the shooting foul right there.
showed up for him big time last season.
And you know, back to Oladipo, we always talk about five-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a three-star guy. He's had to work for everything.
The crowd gave
I think
wild.
that served him well. He's got a hunger and
And
drive that you can't
that does
manufacture.
nothing though.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago.
Brooks
Joakim Noah
driving
is
it up,
checked in for Gasol.
passes it,
Mirotic comes in
and
for
it
Josh
was
Gibson.
swatted, but
McDermott's
Bulls
checked in for
were
Mike
able to
Dunn.
get right back
And
up.
Brooks subbed in for Derrick
McDermott
Rose.
was the MVP of
Now here's
last
McDermott.
game
Plays it from beyond
and
the arc.
trains that three.
McDermott's got himself on the board with 3 there.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
A good look from Vucevic. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 6 points for Vucevic.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size,
McDermott
then he's gonna
shoots that
continue
three.
to
Yep,
work him
it's
over the
in
rest of the
there
game.
again.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
6 points already for
With the
McDermott.
ball, guarded now by Aaron Brooks.
He had 20
48 shot is
last
off.
game,
The Bulls leading by 8.
or 29. Whoops.
McDermott dishes to Noah. And there's
Ooh,
the foul on the
shooting
shot.
foul
He'll go
right
to the
there.
line for 2. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando.
With Joakim Noah, I mean, you know exactly what he's going to give you every season. Rebounding, block shots, steals, a few points.
Joakim
relentless
Noah
energy and enthusiasm,
makes
and
it.
even a few assists as well.
And Joakim Noah. He's all about doing whatever it takes to help his club succeed. Always has been. Greg, he did the dirty work when he played
And
inside
misses
Florida.
that second
When they
one.
won back-to-back championships, he's done it in each and every NBA season in Chicago.
Which
And you just hit on it.
ruins
he
the
bites, he
perfect
scratches, he
record at the
claws his
line
way into the
so
upper
far.
echelon in terms of elite centers in our league. And in 2014 was named All-NBA first team as well as defensive player of the year.
Oh,
Let's just hope he's healthy this season
Fort
to get
tonight.
back to that level.
And here they come.
And nice ball movement right there by Orlando, and that was able
And
to,
I love that
to
as soon
trick
as they
the
get their
Bulls
hands
up.
on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
And stolen by Ilyasova.
And once again, another bad pass by the Bulls. But this time, will it lead to another point?
It's all in by the Bulls.
No, it will not.
Excellent interior.
Moore driving it in.
His defensive
And
ability
Moore
is a
makes
big
that
factor.
layup
I mean,
barely
there's no
though.
denying that.
Thank goodness he actually made it
Field goal
though.
percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart
Aaron Brooks
basketball.
with the
They've been
reaching
very
foul right
patient
there.
offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Justin Holiday comes in for Ejuan Moore. And the Magic making a change here as well. Smith is checked in, and he gets the bucket.
With
They
the
ran that
wide open
inbounds play
layup.
perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good
Mirotic
chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through. And crunch
he
time.
drills that
Solid
three
effort
also.
from them all the way around. I mean, but as you and I know, moral victories are kind of
Noah
empty consolation
about got
prizes.
in there.
Chicago leading by 8. Here is Brooks. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here is Mirotic.
Mirotic makes the three for the buzzer beater.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a
25-14 at the end of first quarter.
And after just 1 quarter of play.
Orlando Magic fans probably don't like what they're seeing right now at the arena.
Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two
Butler
teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for
misses the
them.
three.
That bench has really made a nice contribution.
Portis is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's
Gordon
Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. That's the
misses
Bulls 5 as we get
that.
into the second quarter. Chicago
And
was as strong as
Butler
they would have
shoots
hoped
that
for last
three,
season at home
and
in the
Butler
United Center.
misses
A lot of
once
big wins
again.
for 'em here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries,
Butler
they go
cannot make
27-14
those
at home,
threes.
and that helped to assure them of home court in the first
Ooh,
round of the playoffs.
nice pass.
Now Butler.
And
After Jimmy Butler missed from long range. And the basket by Gordon.
And they're beginning to
Orlando
just flat out fall
able
apart
to get
defensively right
that
now,
wide open, or
especially
that
on
shot
the interior.
Yeah, and
down.
that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Bobby Portis
It's good. This time the assist
drills
from Rose.
that three.
And the Bulls lead by 12.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
Oladipo.
And nice
Fournier
trick.
for three. Can't get
But
it to go.
misses that
Now
three.
Chicago takes it the other way.
Derrick
It's off to
Rose
Charlotte
driving
for
it up.
after this game as they take
And-
on the Hornets. That'll be just one game played away
Okay.
from home for them.
Well, he was gonna go
Smith
for that
with a screen
alley-oop,
on Butler.
but
Gordon kicks to Fournier. Good on the three-point shot.
other
Fournier's
person
got
got
his first 3 points of the
distracted
game.
there.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance.
Bulls called the
for 6 straight
timeout.
season, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Chicago making some changes. McDermott's checked in for Portis, and Dunleavy's subbed in for Justin Holiday. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Jennings comes in for
And
Evan Fournier.
McDermott misses that.
The Magic trail by 9. Inside. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Butler.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense could tall there.
McDermott does shoot. This time McDermott's able to make it, as it is now 31-19. Bulls just dominating here in the early.
He'll go to the free throw line.
It is 31-21.
It's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6
And,
of their
ooh,
last
they
field
make
goals
that.
have come from the paint.
Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Magic. Here's Dunleavy, and out of bounds as the
darn it.
Magic will gain possession.
And really just a lack of
Okay,
awareness
that's
on
fine,
his
though.
part. Just no idea.
At
he
least
was right near the
Chicago's still winning.
And guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love this chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot
Well,
for an efficient
Orlando
percentage
Magic
or
able to
become a
make
lockdown
that,
defender, Kevin.
and
He's an offensive
Butler
caliber.
has it,
Pushes the action and he'll go on
and
scoring binges,
Butler
but
misses
I
that.
think he does more good than bad with this style of play.
Now here's Jennings. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Vucevic. Rebound by Rose.
Yeah, just a solid job on
And
the backboard.
Dunleavy
They are really
shoots it,
controlling the inside.
and
Well,
he
they're working the
misses.
glass, really battling in that area of the game. And
Chicago not on fire this quarter with those threes.
Here's Jennings. Soft touch off the glass. Now just a
Magic's
5-point
starting to
Bulls
come
lead.
back.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
McDermott,
Now here's McDermott. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy,
nope.
just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Tage Gibson.
And it's
Oh,
blocked.
Tage Gibson got
And
blocked
now
on the
here
way in.
comes Gordon leading the break. The offensive rebound. And he lays it straight in.
Orlando
Gordon's got
Magic
4 points now in the quarter.
I
score.
think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy
McDermott
on the
finally
inside.
makes that three that he
Wow.
so
4 here in the
needed to
first
make.
half. They're going to need to do something different on defense to trap this guy and lock him up.
I believe Orlando.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Yeah, Orlando
Well, the
with the
Magic knew
timeout.
that last season would be
And
one break for
Bulls,
developing a young team like they
making
had
some
needs to grow
changes.
before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. 3rd youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just
It's
over
only a
24
4-point game
years
now.
old. Really aggressive play there, taking it to the
Brooks
rack
driving
against
it
the big
down.
fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only
Brooks
option when you're on
makes
the
the
wrong
two
side of the
and make it a
size
6-point lead.
The Magic trail by 6.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Once again,
They should
Orlando
continue to get the ball
able to
inside. The
do that
defense
trick,
struggling
or
to
the
contain
trick
them.
And when you
plays.
make 5 in a row in
Brooks
close like
tried
that, it
again,
also
though.
takes pressure off your
Oh,
perimeter
he
guys, too.
misses.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
No,
And the Magic,
look at this
while their
steal.
youth
Oh,
did grow over the course of the
just
season,
able to
they
get
still
right there,
struggle.
and
they
Noah
do need
able
veterans
to
kind of
dunk
ensure
it
that they don't
down.
start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Brooks guarding Peyton.
drives
Peyton
in.
able to get right to
Left
it,
three.
and they
His
missed that
shot
right
is
open
off. The
three.
Bulls leading by 6.
Near pitch.
Moore right side.
More.
Out to Brooks from the arc. Orlando
Brooks
grabs the
misses
miss.
that.
And it's Ejuan Moore with the foul.
And
That's his first foul.
more
Portis, he's
called
checked in
with
for
the
Taj
loose
Gibson.
ball crowd.
Orlando also making some changes. Smith comes in for Ilyasova. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Fournier. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. The
they
Magic
missed
again
that
can't
shot.
hit.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Now here is Mirotic. 6 points for him. Passes it to Portis. Back to Mirotic. From downtown.
That was another buzzer beater. I neared
Dagger
it.
on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer feels like a six-pointer coming when it did right at the end of the half.
That'll do it for the first half. Bulls lead by 9. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Pow, tell us what have been the key aspects to how this team is playing so far through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille. Chicago was looking great right away. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together some excellent possessions early. And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan.
Chicago's never has lost the lead yet, but can Orlando come back here in the third and fourth quarter and take home the
You
victory?
just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they
I've
may want him
obviously
to be a
played
little
as
more
a Chicago
assertive.
Bulls,
Start hunting more
and
for his shot.
also
Even the tough
gotta keep that streak alive for Chicago. Gotta go 4-0.
The Bulls leading by 9. Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second
Butler right
half.
away.
Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo is out there with Jennings.
Rose
And it's Butler in
found
the small forward
Butler
position.
already driving down to the
The Magic
paint.
shooting 47% from
So
the floor. Getting it
just
done.
able to pass it
Derrick
down
Rose
there
possesses a great
and
skill
get
set, ball
Butler
handling,
in for
passing,
that dunk.
an understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
And
Ooh,
finished off by Oladipo.
Orlando tops off with the
The
dunk
Bulls shooting
there
so well,
also.
63%. The offense working
And
as one
Butler
cohesive unit.
with the
And that
two.
one's good by Butler.
Yeah.
And just a little bit
11
ragged
point lead.
defensively there, Clark.
The Magic trail by 11. Jennings passes to Vucevic. Butler kicks to Jennings. To the middle. The jump hook, and it's Vucevic missing. Here's Chicago. Dunleavy for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Bulls lead by 14.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Knocked loose.
And,
And Oladipo, here we go. And Victor
Tage
Oladipo with the
gets
elite
him.
athleticism and versatility to be a perennial all-star. We've seen the second-year phenom line up as a one. He's played off guard. He's even played a little small forward in his time in the league.
And he has that quickness, length, and power combo to be a lockdown defender at all of those positions as well. So that's why he was the co-defensive player of the year coming out of college.
Makes both the shots. Believe it would be a Chicago timeout.
Chicago calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
It's Chicago with another bucket.
Too.
You know, back to Oladipo, he has a tremendously quick first step. Finished second in the slam dunk contest to Zach LaVine. Some dunks he's had in regular season play, downright nasty.
Oh, Jennings as he lets it fly. The Magic again can't hit. And there's the feed to Dunlap. And stolen by Butler.
Butler on
Oladipo
the Magic
goes in. Good work defensively by Gasol.
And talking about Oladipo's explosiveness, we're starting to see it in his overall scoring as well. Had his first back-to-back 30-point games this year against Chicago and Houston. If he keeps improving,
Tage Gibson with that dunk.
All-NBA first-teamer before he's through. And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. You know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired it and loved it.
Dominant in this game, but we still don't know if Orlando will be able to come back or not.
Little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Vucevic with the bucket. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Rose dishes to Dunlap. And Vucevic pulls it down.
The rim
the Magic
just
trail by 14.
that.
Jennings kicks to Butler.
And
the three
Butler
off target.
misses that wide
Bulls
open
have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Vucevic against Gasol. Vucevic with the bucket.
Orlando is able to make that.
The Bulls leading by 12.
Rose driving it down.
Rose attacking.
And
takes it off
nice
the glass.
layup by Derrick
Rose has got
Rose.
6.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Rose
Jennings
against Jennings.
about went back court right there. He needs to pay attention.
There's the screen. A wide open look here
And
for Oladipo. No good.
I don't
Bulls
know.
have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in
Butler
this quarter.
driving it
What a
down.
fantastic start to the
And
half.
Butler
And that
makes
one's
that
good.
layup.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Got a piece of it.
Butler
here's the
was
fast
able
break.
to get the steal. And there's the
by
dunk by
And
Butler.
guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Pretty
Once
sure
he came
Jimmy
up right
Butler
with the
might
steal,
be
he
the
went straight
MVP
on
of
the
the game.
attack.
That's exactly the
But
way to
I
do
don't
it,
know
too,
yet.
Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That's my
And that was
prediction
Kia
for right
bringing you
now.
the close-up on the big-time play. Bulls have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
Butler
Good, and
makes
the
that
assist goes to
three.
Gasol.
61-42.
It seems that every
Just
pass
one
they
more
make is
point
leading to a
and
score here. I mean, that's just
So
exquisite ball
already,
movement.
well,
And
it's
that's
already
because
a
the ball is
19-point
looking
lead
for the
right
best
now.
shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Jennings drives in, shot off the screen, and that's good off the glass that time.
Okay, 17
14 points for Vucevic.
And the shooting has really been
Well,
there for him today, but he may have
not
to
a
take it upon
good day
himself
for
to continue to
Orlando
carry this
Magic.
team and try and get out of this hole.
McDermott can't get it to go.
Oh,
The Magic trail by 17. Oladipo, the pass to Jennings. 51 seconds left in the third. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. He's coming off an excellent season. 11th in steals. And he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as we saw last year, I mean, a difficult guy to run the offense against.
Makes that 3, and it is now a 20-point lead.
For Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Doug McDermott. Justin Holiday's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Good on the shot.
What a nice
well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Azania. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Now Mirotic. The 3. And that's not going to go.
His record is ruined now.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
He is
in Chicago,
2 for 3 on buzzer beaters in this game.
Break and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is...
But Chicago Bulls heading into this fourth quarter with 22-point lead. I'm probably wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm probably right on this. But Chicago probably has this in the bags already. But I possibly can be wrong about this.
Shooting at 46%, making some buckets. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade.
They just have to have a huge comeback.
Right now, the big men are Gibson and Noah. Then it's Brooks. Then there's Mirotic. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is
Joakim Noah was able to rebound that.
Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go
made that layup.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't it?
Yep. Well said.
And they missed that 3.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Oh my gosh, he just swatted that out of here like it was a fly.
They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Oh, and same with Chicago. Returning the favor.
He dishes it to Fournier. Orlando moving the ball around. They shoot again, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Smith.
Orlando able to make
Gordon.
that.
The Bulls leading by 20. Gibson.
Tage Gibson.
Fournier pulls it down. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul.
Justin Holiday gets that reaching foul.
Every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Ejuan Moore comes in for Justin Holiday.
And there's another reaching foul, this time by Moore.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. The jump hook. The rebound by Gibson.
Misses that.
Gibson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Yeah.
Now Dunleavy, and it's going to be out of bounds.
That was a bad pass by the Bulls.
A careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Orlando making a change here. Jennings
they got to be more careful.
Magic trail by 20. Here's Fournier, and there's a slam dunk to finish it off.
You know the coach drew up a nice play when you get an easy dunk on the inbounds pass.
Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with the Thunder.
Makes that 3, 71. 50, a 21-point lead here left in the fourth quarter.
Guys to do that, you just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing him.
Out to the wing for
Dunleavy once again. Oh, misses, but oh. Chicago with another bad pass.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Here's Oladipo. Moore with the steal.
Moore is able to get that steal. And Dunleavy.
Played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Gasol kicks to Gibson. Here's Moore.
Moore makes it 74 to 52.
Boy, they're hounding, harassing
Pretty much 3 minutes remaining here in the last quarter.
How about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean,
and
to the executive that
Dunleavy makes another 3.
That is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Oladipo, the pass to Butler. Picked by Vucevic. Gordon kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock.
And misses that.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but
And
really in the rebounding numbers as well.
No,
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it.
Butler.
Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Gets it stolen from
Here's
Moore. And
2 free throws coming up as he misses that one.
misses
The whistle on a lot of
the layup, but got a shooting foul and makes the first one.
Last year, losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in
And
such a tough spot.
Here's what
makes the
Chicago's going
second
with
one.
now. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Justin Holiday's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Watson dishes to Smith. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams playing
Bobby
for these
Portis
things. There's only so much
called
more you
with
can
the
do to
reach of
mitigate
foul.
losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries
Brooks
once again,
able to get that in.
turned the Bulls from
He's
championship
free
contenders
and
to
he
just a playoff
makes
team.
that
Paid instant dividend.
No
layup
wasted time
on the fast
or
break.
motion getting out on that fast break.
Here's Napier. Brooks covering. Napier passes to Hazania. Good on the triple.
Makes that 3.
Underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Chicago's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been
And
successful
Brooks going in, and there's another shooting foul.
As a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game
Makes
planning by the
both
coaches,
free
execution by the
throws.
players, everything was spot on.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice
Personal
more
foul.
this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And when you look back
Makes
at
that
this
free
one, what an
throw.
amazing performance this was for Jimmy Butler. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And so Nicholson
Makes
nails
both
of them.
of the free
Wow, they've
throws.
made every free throw here in the second half.
And that
Brooks
efficiency,
driving
Greg,
up.
as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You
Gives it
got
to
be
Joakim
close to
Noah, and
perfect
Joakim
and
Noah
can't waste
dunks
scoring
it down.
opportunities. He always knows where his
Just
teammates
2
gonna
more
be, and
points,
Kevin,
and it is a
that will let him put the
30-point
ball
lead.
where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Watson. Nicholson with the
Ah,
And they're on the kind
4
of
more
run that could have
points.
made a difference.
I want to
had
beat
it just
them at
started
least
a little early.
by
Yeah, but I
30.
think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game
Bobby
is basically
Portis.
in the bag.
Oh no, misses that.
Here's Azania. Rebounded by
Yes,
Moore.
they missed
If they could
that.
end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's
And
an easy layup.
Brooks with that
And the
layup.
shot is good.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work
Oh
tonight.
my
And
god.
so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no
Makes
excuse
that.
for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And that's good as he hits
It
both of his
makes
shots.
that.
So it's Chicago now. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls.
Brooks.
Offensive rebound. Noah.
And stroking Noah makes that.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Here's Napier. And so Chicago takes this one. And by a big margin.
Chicago wins by 28 points.
Just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Pal, this win was punctuated by some quality defensive plays. How important is the defensive execution to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler. He came out of the locker room
I
at
was
halftime
correct on that.
and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
Well, you know, when Butler's on the court, he's going to come at you in all sorts of ways. I mean, defensively, offensively, this guy can just flat out play.
Well, please like, comment, and
that'll do it
subscribe.
for
Follow me
tonight.
on
For Kenny Smith,
Twitter and
Shaquille O'Neal,
Instagram
Kevin
at
Harlan,
Dr. Evert.
and our
And I will
illustrious
see
2K
you
Sports
all
crew. This is Ernie
later.
Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Have a
and
good night,
next Saturday, maybe WWE Payback on WWE 2K17 will be recorded. And then Battleground will be recorded the 27th. So there's some more information about my channel. So see you all later.